About the Antichrist, I believe that there's only one quote Antichrist, but there will be many that come saying they're Jesus, and there will be many too who just try to remain in the shadows, even though there are many Antichrists. There's just one major Antichrist known as the son of Satan, mentioned in the Bible. And he's supposed to have a grievous wound by sword, but does live. And the false prophet has power to give breath and life unto his image. And I think that's going to be his body once they put his head back on him. And his image is going to be that body with the head back on it. I think it's going to actually be like a surgical miracle or something like that. But or something where he's going to appear to be dead, and then they're going to miraculously put him back together. But I don't even believe at that point it's going to be him. It's going to be his dead body possessed by a demon is what I believe at that point. I believe his spirit is actually going to leave his body, and then the false prophet is going to give him breath and life. See, he's going to give him breath because he's dead. And he's going to give him life because he's going to, raise him back and have a walking, dead body. But we were expecting dead bodies anyway. If you think about it, Cain is a dead body. So with the mark of the beast and the mark of the beast, they're going to have eagles following them to peck off their flesh. They're going to be dead bodies. So it's not too surprising that the Antichrist too is going to be a dead body at some point. He's not even going to be in there. But anyway, I believe that the Antichrist is gonna, I don't know if he goes by Apollyon now, or Abaddon or whatever. I don't know if he goes by them now, or if he'll just go by them at the point he defiles the temple, or at the point he makes a peace treaty with Israel at the temple. He may just go by another name and then go by, I kind of think he's Apollo, the leader of NASA, but he could be anybody else too, who's just going to later go by the name Apollyon or Abaddon. And Apollo just happens to have that name is a possibility, the guy at NASA. But I've been watching too because Obama, when he went into office as president, I did think he was the Antichrist. Because his name, like I looked up his name and it means lightning from the skies. So one of the things Satan's supposed to do is call down for his wonderful miracles to try to prove he's God after the 3.5 years is to call down fire from heaven. And see, when he calls down fire from heaven, they're going to think he's God. But somehow he's doing that. I think it's because at that point he's going to be demon possessed and they're going to do it for him. I don't even think it's going to be him doing it. But I do think he will help regulate the buying and selling thing, where you can't buy or sell unless you have the mark. So he'll still be a guilty party, but not quite as guilty as the demon that possesses his body and tries to take over the world by total absolute force. But anyway, that's some of my thoughts on the Antichrist. I realize a lot of people think that he's a different guy. He could be anybody, but he's supposed to show up with the name Apollyon or Abaddon. And I think that's the same as Apollyon, but I don't know that. I won't know until he's in the temple. If it's definitely him, he'll show up in the temple. But I guess that remains to be seen. Right now I'm still waiting on the red horse, because I'm sure after the red horse they'll find ways to put their hands on us and put us in prisons or elsewhere, so